Chris, we've stopped the rot in terms of results and we live to fight another day. A fair point on the road for you?
No, I'm disappointed we didn't win. I thought we probably should have been 2 or 3 up at half time. I think their keepers pulled off a couple of really good saves, and I thought we caused them lots of problems. I thought the first 10 minutes of the second half, I thought we were on top. We got into great areas. I think we probably had 2 or 3 shots on target at the beginning of the second half, and we were asking lots of questions. The goal they got, I think it was a terrible decision by the ref. It's the first time I've ever seen a goal given and the referee talk to the keeper for probably a minute. I mean, it was like VAR, wasn't it? Everyone's set up waiting and he's talking to our referee. And I don't get that at all. I think he just says, no, it's not a foul, and he gives a goal. But for me, it looked like a blatant foul. But until we see it back, it's hard to tell. But away from that, then, you know, they had the ascendancy. But we still had 1 or 2 moments. But the work rate from the boys was just phenomenal tonight. Absolutely brilliant. And, you know, we're working hard with them. We're trying to eradicate little errors that we're making and getting teams to create fewer chances and score less goals against us. And then we've got to try and work at the other end in terms of scoring them. And today, I think probably since I've been here, that was without doubt the first half was probably the best performance. And without doubt probably, well, it was, I mean 4 or 5 chances, 2 or 3 great saves and a goal. So going away sort of happy but disappointed, if that makes sense.
You signed Will Glennon in the weekend. Well, what a way to make your debut, coming in and stepping up to take the penalty. It was a brilliant finish, wasn't it? Certainly the mark of a man who's got over 25 goals this season. Yeah, he's probably scored more goals than us. But listen, he's a really good lad. And, you know, Bugbrook were brilliant, letting him dual reg. So, yeah, no, delighted with him. And for him to come in and play and score as well was good. Gough at left back made his debut. He done really well. But it was just, I don't want to pick out any individuals, although I have, but I just thought the shape was good. I thought there were times where we played some good stuff. I thought the longer the game went on, we went a little bit more direct, but I think that was just because we were tired. And we try to stress the importance to them. When you do get tired, there's certain areas you've got to put the ball instead of just lumping it forward, which I think we did more against Redditch. So we did try and hit 1 or 2 areas as the game went on, but it's good, some good debuts and good performances. The average age of your back 4 tonight was 20, and it was just one of those performances tonight where they all came of age, they all stood up to the task against a lot of very physical Bromsgrove players, and of course we all know how creative Conate can be in the middle. With the help of Sneds behind them, they did brilliant, didn't they? Yeah,
I think it's the least amount Sneds has had to do, certainly since I've been at the club. You know, and which is credit to them, but that's credit to the team because the work rate that we had in front. I thought the midfield were exceptional. We gave them no space. We know Cartel's got a great diagonal pass, and we wanted to try and stop that. But it's just you're just disappointed that you didn't win the game, because I felt we deserved to win, and I thought the goal they got shouldn't have stood. However, that's football, and I said to the lads, sometimes the referee gives you a decision, and you know we can only be in control of the controllables. That's something that we can't control, so we have to accept it. And if you show your anger at him, you're not then doing your job. So we've got to manage the game. And sometimes you've got to manage refereeing decisions. So I felt we did that, and the least we deserved was a point.
You obviously had a lot of very young players out there, a lot of players who have come through our scholarship programme who are all taught to, be good technical footballers, and we saw some really good stuff in that first half. We could have easily had 2 or 3 goals before the break. Was it there perhaps a bit of frustration that, on the counter-attack we just couldn't string things together?
Yeah, I mean, look, if they could do it every time, they'd be playing a lot higher than step 3. I think the one thing you want to see is you want to see great football, but you want to see the lads work hard, you want to see the effort, and you want to see the togetherness and the team spirit. And then in terms of how we play and patterns of play, they all come after. I mean, I'm a big Arsenal supporter, and if you watch the team spirit they've got, that's there. And with the playing, obviously create that team spirit. We're at the moment where we haven't got the luxury of getting a Saka or a Martinelli in. But what we have got is we've got boys today. Andy and Joel were a major threat. I thought Joel was absolutely outstanding tonight. And Jensen's first start for a while. So I think that as a 3, they complemented each other. I thought all 3 of them had chances to score, and we've not been able to say that very often. So we've tried to work on just our defensive shape quite a bit, and I feel like I do feel like it's improved. I might be a bit biased, but it's now trying to just take that forward higher up the pitch. So, we've got 8 games left, and I said on Saturday, we've got 9 league games where we want to try and get as many points as we can. So we've got 1 from 1, so that's a step in the right direction.
back-to-back home games to close out the month. We've got Leiston this Saturday before the visit of Basford on Tuesday. And obviously with it being non-league day this weekend, I'm sure you'll want to encourage the Diamonds fans to get down to Hayden Road and help them build on what was a really good performance tonight. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think that, Leiston obviously beat Bromsgrove, I think where we're playing, Bromsgrove on Saturday 3-2. So, Leiston are a good side. I know the manager well. Chris has done a brilliant job. So we'll be expecting a really tough game. I think they've got one of the best forwards in the league, Will Davis up top. So it's a big game for them. They're trying to win the league, but it's a big game for us. We want to. He's not going to like me saying this, Chris, but we want to ruin their party of going up. And then we've got Basford on Tuesday. That's another game. It's going to be a tough game, but we've got to try and get some consistency. We've conceded 2 goals in 2 games, which is I'm not pleased about it, by the way. But I feel like we're just going in the right direction a little bit now. And Saturday, it might be. I think it could be a judge to see how far we've come and see how difficult we can make it for them. Well done on the points tonight. Fingers crossed we can take this into Saturday.
Absolutely. Thanks, Joseph.
Thanks, Chris. Well, Ben, I'm sure part of you must be pleased to get man of the match on your debut. I suppose the frustration must be that we've not gone and got the 3 points.
Of course, mate. Yeah, it's brilliant to be out there with the lads. Obviously to get the debut as well. I'm very thrilled to get the man of the match. Yeah, it is very disappointing. I have to say I do fit, in my opinion, that he's a foul on Sneds. But yeah, it is quite frustrating not to get the win.
It was a strange decision, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Because referees are told in that situation to protect the goalkeeper,
yeah, of course
because they are vulnerable, and I suppose that just adds to frustration even more.
Yeah, of course it is. And then for it to drop just off the line, and then they get to tap it in, and he's not called the foul. It's frustrating, but what can you do? He's let it go, hasn't he?
Well, from your own perspective, you played left back tonight. You've been playing more centre half for Cooknow this season. Which position do you feel you're perhaps stronger in?
I probably prefer centre half, but I'm happy to play left back, happy to do a job. Yeah, I'm comfortable in both positions, really.
And you've obviously come through the scholarship programme where we've had a lot of good technical footballers come through there, and you seem to show your capabilities on the ball, getting forward and getting balls into the area. Was that part of the remit before the game? Yeah, of course. There's obviously Mitch and Louis as well that have come through, both really good technical players. Yeah, today I just wanted to show us what I've got, get forward as much as possible, get balls into the box and do my best, really. Yeah. And you're obviously fairly new to the club, new to the first team. Obviously, you've come through the scholarship programme. You must know Will Glennon very well as well. You must be delighted for him to get his first goal tonight. Not really. I wasn't at the 19s with Will Glennon, but today I think with his debut as well, he's shown he was very good as well. A solid game from him. Yeah, really well done. And there does seem to be a real togetherness about the group, doesn't there? Obviously, there's been a lot of player turnover across the season, but especially with performances like that, where we arguably should have come away with the 3 points. There was a real, camaraderie about the group tonight. Yeah, in training, everyone turns up. It's a good group. Everyone's here. We want to get points. It's a battle, really, and it's enjoyable. It's just frustrating to come here and do so well, play so well, and not go away with a win. A big game this weekend. We welcome Leiston to Hayden Road for non-league day, and I'm sure you'll be hoping to be in and around the squad for that one as well. Of course, mate. Of course. I feel like I've done all right today. Got man of the match. It'd be a real shame not to be in the squad, really. Yeah, I'd love to be around it. Well, big thanks for coming out and speaking to us. Cheers, mate. Thank you.